this is kind of gloom and doom, but God forbid something happened to you. What's going to happen with your collection?
I would like to think my daughters, I don't have a son, I'd like to think my daughters will keep some. What's interesting is so there's the main trucks, there's the minis, and then there's the plush. So the plush really works out well because each of my daughters has one on their bed. So that'll always be there, right? It's a stuffed animal, basically. Sure. The minis, they each have a couple of minis because they're easy to store and they come in their own little box or whatever. The bigger trucks, I think they know which ones were most important to me, especially the one that reminds me of my dad. I can't expect them to, keep it forever. But funny you should mention that. I have, in my garage, I have the second largest Hess sign made, right? And it goes on the wall. And that thing, it requires 2-3 people. I bought another one that's smaller because that's something that somebody could take with them. So when eventually that time comes and there's a memory of me, at least the smaller one, smaller, it's still 6 feet wide, but at least that somebody can put on a wall or something. I don't know. I would like to think we all want to be remembered. And my first daughter, my older daughter, Summer, who's now 16, has had the lasting memories and experience of sharing a lot of Hess things with me. She was with me when CBS News interviewed me. We went to the Hess Museum. She was with me when I did a lot of the toy shows, when I did the book signings. She was there. She has that. The one thing that I actually want to hopefully change is my younger daughter. She was born in 2013. I have one picture of her. She's a couple of months old, and there's a Hess station behind her, and that station closed in 2 months. So she never got to experience anything like Hess with me. And when you have more than one child, you want to treat them equal, right? So it's really important to me to give her something special. So when Speedway took over and they had their trucks, for the first 5 years I bought her a truck, and everybody's like, oh, that's sacrilege. It wasn't. It was just to give her a tradition,
Exactly. That's the important thing.
If she grows up with Daddy buying her a Speedway truck, it's going to have the same emotional impact as Summer growing up, Daddy buying her a Hess truck, right? And then Speedway went out. So I don't, and now there's not too many meetups or book signings or whatever. So I guess what I'm hoping for, my daughter now, she just turned 9. She's kind of in that age range where if I had a wish, I would really like to get her to take her to New York and have her as a background extra in one of the Hess commercials.
That'd be cool.
They always have the kids lined up and they have the truck and the Hess truck's back.
Of course.
Although I have been getting a little worried because now when you see the new they're more CGI and less kids.
Yes.
It used to be there'd be a whole bunch of kids, then there was 2 rows of kids, and then in the last one there's 1 row of kids. And at some point you're starting to wonder, I hope they don't all go CGI, right? So I'm hoping one day maybe that dream could come true, because that way it'll give her something that would be special to her. Sure. And Summer, she's 16 now. She's out of that age range, so it's not like she could ever say, Daddy, why didn't you want me? Oh, it's not that I didn't want you. You were out of the age range that they use.
Yeah,
so to me, as a dad, it feels like it would be the perfect way to give Katie some of that magic without taking anything away from Summer. Sure. So that's I don't know how I got there. I went off on a tangent, but
I can't imagine.
That's how I
the whole how's the collection going to get passed down?
Oh, yes.
I had my son here last August, and he had never seen my collection because he lives in St. Louis. And being down in Florida here, we walked through, and I asked him, I says, Nick, one of these days, something's going to happen. Do you want to keep all of this stuff? he said he'd be honored. So that was pretty pleasant, pretty nice to hear.
Nice.
So he's pretty thrilled. So he's
Nice.
kind of hoping for me to go away so he can get the Hess collection.
That's a lot of, yeah. I can't wait to do a little walk around. We got a lot of
Very nice
toys here.